Okay, hi Nikki again. I'm doing one more video before I go off to dance. I was doing this one. I'm sharing what I know and what I've learned so far about manual suspends and auto mode minimum delivery, and I have a few things to say about it because there's a couple things that maybe you know, maybe you don't. These videos are my personal experience, not to be used as medical advice, and this one is particularly important because not everybody is going to have the same experience on this pump. And when I talk about these manual suspends and what I think they do, or the minimum delivery and what I think it does, kind of the longer term effects, meaning over a couple of hours, it's not always true for me, and we're all different. So it might never be true for you. But I'm gonna give you what I know, or what I've learned, or what I think at this point. Okay. So I'm talking about this because I am in my auto mode warm-up. I'm about almost a day and a half into it, probably about that. I'm looking forward to going into auto mode maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning if I fall asleep. And in the meantime, I have spent the last 36 hours doing back-to-back manual mode suspend before low. Because I don't know why, because manual mode is just, keeping me in check. But so I wanted to talk a little bit about manual mode suspends, and the first thing I was going to do is tell you what they are. A manual mode suspend is a hard suspend. There is no insulin delivery whatsoever. You do not even have access to a bolus. Like, you can't give yourself a food bolus or a correction during it. What you can do is you can get out of it. So you have, even though you can't give yourself any insulin in it, you can end it at any time. But once you have ended it, you have to be aware that your low management feature is unavailable for anywhere between 30 minutes and 4 hours after you've ended the suspend. So, or if the suspend has ended on its own after 2.5 hours, your low management is just unavailable. And what they said is that if you have ended your suspend, that it's about 30 minutes it'll be unavailable. If you've let it go all the way out, it can be unavailable for up to 4 hours. So that's a long time to be walking around thinking that you have something to catch you and you don't have anything to catch you. It's just something to be aware of. The minimum delivery is similar. It is, for all intents and purposes, a suspend, only there is a minimum delivery. It is something like 0.025 per hour, or some little tiny negligible amount, but it's why they don't call it a suspend. It can also go up to 2.5 hours, but it can also get itself out of it at any point. You can't get out of it, but it might give you 30 minutes of a minimum delivery, or 24 minutes, or 1 hour and 40 minutes, or whatever it is. At 2.5 hours, it's going to kick you to safe basal if you haven't done anything. And just like your manual mode suspend, the low management is unavailable for a while after you've come out of it. When you come out of a minimum delivery, 2.5 hours of minimum delivery, which has kicked you into safe basal, which you have 90 minutes to do something about it in safe basal. Once it kicks you out of that, it kicks you right back into manual mode. So these are kind of important things to be aware of. And in fact, we had the conversation with Medtronic, like, why, if I'm asleep at night and I've been in minimum delivery because my sugar has been pushing down, and now I'm in safe basal, which there's got to be another video about safe basal, because that's kind of an up in the air. You're not really sure what you're getting during safe basal. And I still haven't responded because I'm asleep. Why then would you just kick me out into manual mode where I'm getting full insulin? It's a scary set of circumstances. But with that being said, I've been using the 670 for 6 months, and I haven't had any disasters overnight. So I guess that's okay. The other thing to remember about manual mode suspend is that you must turn it on when you exit auto mode. I did do a video about that. It's hidden deep in the menu under edit low. And you actually have to hit edit and kind of go all the way through it. I have also learned that, because I thought maybe it was just overkill, that they had, you could choose if you want to suspend before low or suspend on low. But there was also an additional feature that you could turn on, which was alert before low and alert on low. And what I learned last night is that the reason you want to pick those is because that's how you know that manual mode is suspending you. And so if you don't have any alert on, it can just quietly suspend you. But if you have your alert before low on, then as it suspends you, it'll, alarm you. And it's a pretty good alarm. It definitely lets me know that something needs my attention. I'm trying to think of what else there was to say about all of it. I personally, auto mode, you have no control. It is doing whatever it's doing, so you just got to watch it. And in fact, I can't show you because I'm not in auto mode right now, but there is a way to check your graph screen, and there are pink dots for microboluses, and as long as you're seeing those pink dots, it means that you're getting microboluses. And when you see these kind of long stretches where there are no pink dots, it means you're not getting any microboluses, and that is minimum delivery. So you got to just kind of hold on, buckle up and hold on and enjoy the ride. I'd say that, except for it's not always fun. But okay, I think that is everything I want to say, except for I personally find in both the manual mode and the auto mode that those suspends, or those near suspends, or whatever you want to call them, those periods where I'm not getting basal, have a profound effect on my blood sugar. It is really something to keep an eye on. I can't say it's always bad. I had just yesterday, I had a manual mode suspend that it went the full 2.5 hours, and I had an applesauce, and I did rise afterwards, but I rose to about a 136, and I'm like, so I really needed that, because if all that got me at 136, then I was really going to be crashing. But it sometimes keeps me in a suspend that's just longer than what I need, and especially if I'm adding on layers of correction. So I'm doing applesauces or sugar tabs or whatever. I act as if I don't ever do anything other than those things, and that's a bold-faced lie. But when I'm behaving myself and I do those things, I can come out way high on the other end. So I test and test and test, and that's it. And I am 7 minutes into this very boring video. I'm going to go exercise. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.